Imagine you're working on an important project, but suddenly you hit a small mental block. You think, I'll just take a 1-minute break. I'll open Instagram just to clear my head. You open the app. You see a funny cat video, then a recipe video, then a celebrity gossip story. Your thumb keeps swiping, almost on autopilot. You feel a tiny, satisfying jolt with each new piece of content. Suddenly, you look at the clock. It's not 1 minute that has passed. It's 10 minutes, then 20, then 30. You close the app, feeling a strange mix of regret and confusion. You don't even remember why you opened it in the first place. You've lost your focus, and you're even more mentally tired than before. Sounds familiar? Don't worry. This is not a sign of weakness. This is how your brain has been trained. It's how your mind has been quietly and effectively hacked. And that's exactly what the book, Dopamine Detox, by Thibaut Meurisse, explains. Welcome to Audiobooks in Minutes, where we break down life-changing books into powerful, actionable lessons. If you're a busy person who wants to learn but can't find the time to read a whole book, then you need to subscribe to our channel. Here, I explain books in just minutes. In this video, I'll be your guide through the core principles of the dopamine detox. I'll explain why your brain is addicted to instant gratification, how to escape this mental trap, and most importantly, how to build long-term focus and discipline. This isn't just a book summary. It's a roadmap to reclaiming your attention, your energy, and ultimately, your life. So let's begin by understanding the chemical at the heart of it all. Most people call dopamine the happiness chemical. And while it does play a role in pleasure, that's not its full story. It's a bit of a misleading nickname. Dopamine is not happiness itself. It's the chemical that drives you to chase happiness. It's the fuel for motivation. Think of it as a reward prediction system. When your brain anticipates something good, a delicious meal, a new discovery, a social connection, it releases a burst of dopamine. This burst makes you feel motivated to go and get that reward. Imagine our ancestors. A hunter-gatherer gets a hit of dopamine when they spot a berry bush. That feeling of anticipation and motivation pushes them to go and get the berries. After they eat the berries, another chemical, like serotonin or oxytocin, makes them feel content and happy. So, dopamine is the drive, and serotonin is the satisfaction. Now, here's the problem with our modern world. In the past, dopamine was hard-earned. It came from hunting, farming, building a shelter, or working hard to achieve a goal. But today, we get it instantly and effortlessly. We get it from a new email notification, a like on our photo, a new message, a funny reel, a bag of chips, a new episode of a show. The effort required is a single click, a quick swipe, or a bite. Our brains are being flooded with dopamine for little to no effort. This is where the trap begins, the dopamine trap. The dopamine trap is the most insidious part of this whole system. It's not just about getting a hit of pleasure, it's about the unpredictability of it. Think about a slot machine in a casino. You pull the lever, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That uncertainty is exactly what makes the machine so addictive. Your brain thinks, maybe the next pull will be a jackpot. Maybe the next swipe will be an amazing viral video. Maybe the next notification will be the one I've been waiting for. Social media apps, video games, and even junk food are built to replicate this slot machine effect. Tech companies spend billions on algorithms designed by neuroscientists to keep you scrolling. They know that this unpredictable reward loop is the most powerful addiction mechanism there is. But the real danger is what happens to our dopamine baseline. When you constantly bombard your brain with these massive, instant dopamine spikes, it gets used to it. The volume of your brain's reward system gets turned up to max. After so much high-volume stimulation, the simple, quiet things in life feel boring. Studying for an exam, exercising, working on a long-term project, or even having a meaningful conversation all seem painful and dull in comparison to the quick, flashy pleasure of your phone. This is the dopamine trap in its most dangerous form. You've lost the ability to enjoy the things that actually matter. The solution, So what's the way out? Thibaut Meurisse suggests a dopamine detox. Don't let the name scare you. It doesn't mean removing dopamine from your life completely. That's impossible and unnecessary. Dopamine is essential for survival. A detox simply means taking a temporary break from high stimulation, instant pleasure activities. The goal is to give your brain a rest. You're essentially hitting the mental reset button for a certain period, whether it's one day, 1 week, or even just a few hours. You consciously avoid the things that give you effortless dopamine. This includes social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, streaming platforms, Netflix, YouTube, video games, junk food, and sugary drinks, unnecessary browsing, or online shopping. Instead, you intentionally engage in low dopamine, meaningful activities. These are things that require effort but provide long-term satisfaction and a deeper sense of reward. Reading a physical book, journaling your thoughts, meditating or practicing mindfulness, walking outside without headphones, working on a project you've been procrastinating on, having a face-to-face conversation with a friend or family member. This reset makes your brain more sensitive to normal, healthy levels of dopamine again. After the detox, you'll find that reading a book feels engaging again, and a simple walk outside can bring a genuine sense of peace. The loud music analogy. Let's use a simple analogy to understand how this works. Imagine you're at a party with a booming sound system. The music is so loud you can feel the bass in your chest. After hours of this intense sound, you step outside into a quiet garden. Suddenly, someone plays a beautiful, soft, classical melody on a speaker. Can you even hear it? Can you enjoy it? No. Your ears are so numb and overstimulated from the loud music that the soft, beautiful sound is completely lost. This is exactly what happens to your brain on a constant diet of high dopamine activities. After hours of loud, flashing stimulation, like endless reels, notifications, and instant gratification, your brain can't enjoy the soft, beautiful melodies of a quiet moment. It can't hear the subtle joy in a thoughtful conversation or the satisfaction of completing a challenging task. The fix is simple, but not easy. You have to step away from the noise. You have to give your brain silence. Then, and only then, can it recover its sensitivity. And that's when even the softest music feels beautiful again. Facing the boredom. Here's the truth about a dopamine detox. It is not easy. When you first step away from all the noise, you will feel bored. You will feel restless. You might even feel a strange sense of panic or frustration. Your hands will feel empty without a phone to hold. Your mind will race, screaming at you to find a distraction. This is the point where most people quit. They run back to their screens for a hit of comfort. But the book teaches us a powerful lesson. Boredom is not your enemy. It's actually your superpower. Boredom is your brain's waiting room for creativity. When you allow yourself to be bored, your mind, for the first time in a long time, has space to breathe. That's when you get new ideas. That's when you gain clarity on what you really want. That's when you feel calm. So instead of escaping boredom, sit with it. Journal, go for a walk, or just breathe and observe the feeling without judging it. Every time you resist the urge to grab your phone for a quick hit of pleasure, you are building mental muscle. Just like lifting weights at the gym makes your body stronger, resisting distraction makes your willpower and self-control stronger. Building long-term discipline, a dopamine detox isn't just a one-time challenge. It's the first step in a lifelong practice of taking control of your life. It's about building long-term discipline. The key to making this last is to replace old habits with new ones. Instead of saying, "I won't scroll on Instagram," try saying, "When I feel the urge to scroll, I will write down 3 things I am grateful for." This is called habit replacement. Slowly, your brain will learn to crave deep work, meaningful relationships, and real achievements more than the shallow rewards of instant gratification. You are not just changing your habits. You are changing your identity. You are no longer a person who is addicted to scrolling. You are a person who is focused, disciplined, and in control. Conclusion. The power of a dopamine detox is this. It reminds you that happiness doesn't come from constant noise and stimulation. It comes from peace, clarity, and purpose. It's about choosing a life of deep satisfaction over a life of constant distraction. So, here's my challenge for you. Pick just one high dopamine habit, maybe TikTok, social media, or junk food, and stop it for just 24 hours. Don't check your phone first thing in the morning, just for one day. Notice how your brain feels. Notice the moments of restlessness and the moments of clarity. You'll be surprised by the difference. That's the true power of a dopamine detox. Which habit will you detox from first? Tell me in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this summary, hit like, subscribe, and check out my playlist for more life-changing books explained in minutes.